Hi, my name is Sophie Goldstein. I am a junior in high school. I live in southern New Jersey, and I enjoy swimming, running, and hanging out with my friends and family. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer about 2.5 years ago. After multiple tests, her doctors informed her that she was a carrier of the breast cancer gene mutation, otherwise known as BRCA. That's why I decided to do my research on the effect of lifestyle risk factors on reducing BRCA1-2 carriers' breast cancer risk. Everyone is born with the BRCA1 gene and the BRCA2 gene. Essentially, these genes fight off dangerous cancer cells. However, if someone has a mutated version of these cells, otherwise known as the BRCA1-2 mutation, the gene actually causes cancer instead of preventing it. Unfortunately, the BRCA mutation is hereditary, and if one is a carrier, it can increase someone's risk of getting breast cancer by 70%. Since someone who is a BRCA carrier has an increased risk of getting breast cancer, you may be wondering if there is anything they can change about their daily lives to reduce their risk of getting breast cancer. The answer is yes. My research focuses on 3 lifestyle interventions: stress relief, diet, and exercise, for one who is a BRCA1-2 mutation carrier to help them lower the risk of getting breast cancer. According to the Mayo Clinic staff, women who experience chronic psychological stress or social isolation have a greater chance of developing breast cancer. This is because long-term stress releases a hormone called cortisol and a hormone called adrenaline, which can negatively impact almost all of the body's natural processes, therefore increasing the risk of developing breast cancer. Additionally, when an individual is aware they have the BRCA1-2 genetic mutation, or if a close family member is a carrier, it can add unnecessary stress to their lives because the individual assumed they will eventually be diagnosed with breast cancer, or they worry that their close friend or family will be diagnosed. In my paper, I included ways to reduce stress such as yoga, meditation, reading, or walking outside. If you or someone you know is a BRCA1-2 mutation carrier, they should try these techniques to reduce their risk of getting breast cancer. My favorite way to reduce stress is yoga. In my paper, I explained how the negative hormones that cause cancer are released when someone is stressed out. I do my 3 favorite yoga poses when I am stressed to reduce my risk of getting breast cancer. The next intervention I researched was diet. In my research, I found that alcohol intake increases breast cancer risk. Specifically, people who consume 2 to 3 alcoholic beverages per day can have a 20% higher risk of being diagnosed with breast cancer than those who do not drink as much. Eating healthy foods such as fruit and vegetables can reduce risk of getting breast cancer because obese individuals are more likely to develop breast cancer at an older age than people with a normal BMI. I also found that soy intake had up to a 73% risk reduction in carriers of the BRCA gene mutations, and in individuals without the BRCA mutations, soy intake led to a 30% risk reduction. So, soy intake reduces risk of getting breast cancer with the BRCA gene by a large amount. I researched that if one eats fruits and vegetables that are the color green, red, or orange, they have a reduced risk of developing breast cancer. This is due to carotenoids, which contain lots of vitamin A and can protect your body from diseases. The next intervention is exercise. Women who exercise regularly have a 30 to 40% lower risk of developing breast cancer than women who do not exercise regularly, because exercise helps maintain a healthy BMI, boosts immune system, and lowers estrogen levels. Additionally, increased exercise after going through chemotherapy can reduce risk of breast cancer reoccurrence by 45 to 55%, depending how long and hard the activity was. My favorite way to exercise is running. In my paper, I explained that keeping a low BMI reduces risk of getting breast cancer. I researched that people can even reduce the risk of getting breast cancer reoccurrence if they work out on average 3 to 4 days per week. Through my research, I learned how to better myself to reduce the risk of getting breast cancer. If I have the BRCA1-2 gene mutation, I hope my research can inspire others to learn more about bettering themselves to prevent breast cancer and to inspire them to learn more about the BRCA1-2 mutations. Thank you.